Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 250th Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the Red Death Doc Nocturnal. Now taking a look at the front, we can see a great image of Doc Nock, and nothing on the back. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open, and let him breathe. Alright guys, so let's take a closer look at the new Red Death Doc Nocturnal. I am so excited for this, as the Red Death Doc Nock was my favorite version. I have the original one right here. Such a cool figure. Love the way this looked, man. It came out so good. So anyways, I love this figure. So it's really cool seeing the upgraded version of this, you know, when he's a little more bulky and more buffed up and things like that. I had been hoping, since we had gotten that bulkier mold, that we would get it in the Red Death version, and sure enough, it's finally here, and I just think it looks so cool. So I went ahead and put the straps on, the little harness, things like that, and little holsters here, and I'll load him up here a little later, but I just wanted to put it on there now. Again, since we've pretty much already seen this figure for a few times now at some point, but it still looks so good. So the red cloth, all that. I love how like the arms and the legs here are more an elastic type of material, and then you have almost like a leather like material for the actual, like, I don't know, shirt and skirt piece kind of thing. So that looks really cool. I love just the black skull with the black webbing and all the little trimming going throughout here on the figure. Looks so good all throughout the back like that. The gauntlets look really nice with all the little painted silver studs all throughout. Same thing with the boots here. Again, the little straps and buckles and all that. You get a little more of a polished black for the bottom. Some tread on the feet look really cool too. You do, of course, get his little wrist communicator thing, and that should be able to open up like that, and you get the little screen in there, which works out really cool. And then, of course, you get the standard Doc Nocturnal head, which is that crazy, like, zombie-like head. Looks so cool, man, with those piercing red eyes. I love all the darkness around the eyes like that, a little bit of that shading. You got that little plug back there, which is really cool as well. So just an awesome looking figure, man. Again, this is my preferred version of Doc Nock, especially when it came to the originals. So really excited that they brought it into this newer mold. Okay, so now moving on to accessories, we of course always do get the Mezco circular base stand there. We got the Red Death Doc Nocturnal on there again with that glowing green face, which I just think looks so good. And then the clear articulated arm. We do get a ton of interchangeable hands, which is great. Again, this is all pretty much stuff we've seen before. Nothing's going to be really new here. So I'm going to kind of breeze through these things. Again, all the different interchangeable hands that you're going to need for this figure. Then you're going to have all the different types of weapons and different types of guns and little bits of grenades and gadgets. It's grappling hooks, some muzzle effects, all that kind of stuff here. So a couple things to note here, like things like this. I love this little Uzi, or excuse me, Tommy gun, which is awesome. I love that it's like collapsible. You can fold this in like that, put that like there, and then it does have, if I remember how to do this correctly, it has this little like strap that you can get, and then tie that around and then hang it on like the back of the figure or something like that. I think that's a super cool thing, so I love stuff like that. And then I always forget what this is called, but this giant gun, see the upside down, this giant gun right here with a little belt with all these shells on there, it looks super cool. I love the little hoses and the little like vials or canisters here with whatever mutagen slime thing he's shooting out of this, and it has a little arm for the little strap right here to hold on to the like forearm area, and then the grip like that. So that's really cool. Love this accessory a ton. And then some of the things to really note here too. So we only have the one head, but we do get like helmet options. So we got the gas mask here, which is pretty awesome. I love this. Looks really good. Very leathery and kind of like gothic and almost steampunkish. You know what I mean? Those big green lenses. That's really cool. It does just open it up and you can put it over that head fairly easily. We got the standard like Doc Nock mask like this with that white skull. Just a great looking sculpt there. You see where the eyes will peek through. I dig that a lot, man. Very, very good look. I see where a lot of people would want to use that one. But for me, this is Red Death. He's got to have that neon green skull. Again, this just looks so badass. So let's go ahead and put this on right here. I like to do it over the little nubbin first there too, and then from the back, and then push down like that, and there you go. That is Doc Nocturnal. If you want, you could put the hood over the head like that. Fix that a little bit if you wanted to do so. I sometimes like to just have the hood down, kind of like that a little bit, but that looks great. And you can see the eyes kind of peeking through there. Dude, doesn't that look badass? I think it looks so good. Very like Skeletor-esque, right? With that glowing skull underneath kind of thing. I don't know. It kind of gives me Skeletor's vibes, but I dig this so freaking much, man. So now I'm going to go ahead and just load him up with all the other accessories, and let's see how he looks with all of that stuff. So here he is a little more loaded up. I wanted to put a bunch of weapons and gadgets and things like that on his harness and on his belt there. So I have some like shells right here on the harness itself. Let me get that a little more centered over here. I got the little gadget or the device right here on the belt. That does tend to pop off here and there if you're like posing them around with it. So just something to note. It was like that with the other Doc Nocturnal figures as well. I have his 2 gun holsters right here with his guns inside there. I got some grenades back here. I got that gun folded up again with that little strap that you could, I think just so cool that you can collapse that gun and then strap it to his harness or belt, whatever you want to do. And it got like his grapple hook right there. So that's really cool, man. And there's still even like more slots. You could put more things on if you want to. So I think that's really cool how they did that. And again, you just get a lot of stuff with this guy. So it feels really cool when you want to like load him up. And that green skull looks awesome, dude. So you could even like put the goggles on. Let me see if I can put the goggles on. If I'm even doing this the right way, like that. Over that, like if you want to have that type of look, that looks really cool as well. He does come with a soft goods cape like that in the red, which is really nice. It has a little bendy wires in there, so you can pose that around as well. So, you know, we've seen all this stuff before. This is just pretty much in red, you know what I mean? So it's nothing new. So it's really cool that we get all this stuff. And again, this is my preferred version of Doc Nock. That red with the black and that crazy like day-glow green skull. I think he just looks so badass, man. Very, very happy with this. So real quick, so one thing I wanted to try, I wanted to do a quick head swap. So I actually want to take this off, and then I actually want to take the head from the original Doc Nock, or the first, larger version of Doc Nock, because that has that more bony like skull. So I wanted to see how that looks. I think that looks pretty good. I dig that a lot. So if you want a little more of a realistic type of skull color, you have that option right there. But I actually also wanted to put this red skull from Mezco on here just to see how that would look. So if you wanted something like that, it's a little big. These skulls were always a little awkward, but you can still do that. Maybe see if we can pull the hoodie over that if we want to. Something like that. So I don't know, options, man. I'm just trying to give you guys options here. I think that looks all right. It doesn't look terrible. So, just something a little fun I wanted to try real quick. So let's go ahead and run down articulation. If you have any of the Doc Nocks like this, you know exactly what to expect. The exact same thing. Head and neck are on ball pegs, rolls all the way around, left and right, up pretty far. That's pretty decent like that. Down that much, pivot side to side. Shoulders can go all the way up and down, up and out to the side like that. That's pretty good. Rotation at that bicep, double jointed elbows, a little hindered by the glove. Rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get double ball pegs in the midsection, so that rolls all the way around. That actually works really good. Left and right. Crunches back fairly far. That's pretty decent. You maneuver that. Crunches forward that far. I think that's pretty good as well. Pivot side to side. Hip joints can kick up and forward that far. I knew something fell right here. Up and forward that much. Back, not so much. Get those Van Damme splits if you if you bunch up the material here, get a little more right there. So that's pretty good. I don't want to split that seam right there. Rotation of the upper thigh. Double jointed knees where he can kick himself in his own butt. Nothing at the boot. Ankles go up, down, rotate, and a fairly decent ankle rocker. So overall, again, it's another Doc Nocturnal, nothing crazy. At this point, I've reviewed every Doc Nocturnal that's released. This just happened to be my favorite one, finally released. He's so awesome. I love him so much. Again, it's just a recolor, nothing crazy. If you already have the original one, you might not need this one, but I love different color variants, especially of characters that I really, really love. And this is my favorite color version of Doc Nock. So I love him, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a McFarlane Spawn and Storm Collectibles Ermac. And for some Doc Nock comparison, here he is standing next to the other two Red Death Doc Nocturnals. And for some more comparison, here he is standing next to the original Doc Nock with the modern build and the Holiday Doc Nock. So there it is guys, my look at Red Death Doc Nocturnal. Now I am completely biased as I absolutely love Doc Nocturnal. He's one of my favorite characters, right up there with Gomez as one of Mezco's original IP, and the Red Death version is my absolute favorite version, so I'm so stoked that we got him finally with this updated mold. I absolutely love it. All the accessories and weapons are super cool. I love the red soft goods with that black webbing and design all over through figure. I love the different skull heads, especially the green one just looks so good. The fabric on the cape with the bendy wire is just so nice, man, and the articulation on this figure, he just works like butter. Interchanging parts is so smooth. Again, definitely just one of my favorites. Yes, I know this is like the 10th Doc Nock that we've gotten, but I don't care. I love this version. He's fantastic. And hey man, give me more Doc Nocturnals. I'll be totally fine with that. Give me a full-on glow-in-the-dark one. Give me one with rainbow sprinkles all over him. I really don't care. I love him so much. And for me, I think he would look amazing in your Mezco collections. So don't forget to be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.